What's up, YouTube? It's been about a week since I put up my video of this completed project, but the thing is, in the past week since I put up that video, I've probably taken it apart and put it back together and done tweaks to it and added things and bought things another 2 times. So when you buy, a RTR or a kit, you just put it together and run it and everything's happy. When you buy everything piece by piece, it's a constant work in progress, it seems, which is actually pretty fun. I don't mind. I could say this is not one of the easier RCs I've built because just obstacles that I have to overcome to get it the way I want it, I guess. So I figured I'd just do a follow-up video and kind of go over the things I've done to it in the past 5-6 days and kind of give a shout out or thank you to people that put out videos that really helped me out in not only what I've done to it in the past week, but when I purchased the parts and bought everything. It made it a lot easier to kind of get an inventory of everything I needed to get it the way I wanted it by watching other people's videos. So I figured, what the hell, I'm going to just even though they didn't know they helped me, they did. So starting with Geo Stealth R1, helped out a lot. A lot of videos on the actual type of truck, so that was good. Absolute RC, Most Unclean 79, Fat Doctor, Mr. MRT Mustang, and of course, Too Quick for You. And last but not least, Draven 3907. And, and I just wanted to give a quick hi and shout out to MTC Tukey 25 for just being a nice guy and nice comments. Not that a lot of people did, very nice comments. Thank you to everyone else too. But he's into the speed run RCs and took the time to talk to him a little bit, and he took the time to talk to me, and it was just nice of him. So, thank you. Now, first and foremost, one of the things people, actually it was Too Quick, said with a clear body, because he runs a clear body, it's hard to tell at a distance which way the truck is facing when you're far away. And he said maybe you want to paint the front bright color or whatever. And what I did, hopefully it'll make a difference, is I put these neon flames on the front. Hopefully that'll help to kind of give me a guiding light to where the front of the truck is. So thank you for the info. I took it and used it. You're going to find actually that I took a bit of advice from a few people in this video. So that's the first thing. The next thing, of course, a lot of people said make sure you run a BEC. Well, I did. When I originally built it, there was a BEC, and it was just a cheap Chinese BEC. So rather than run something I don't trust and something that I spent a lot of money and time to build, I went and bought the Castle Creations BEC, which you can see installed it's installed, I don't know. The wiring for this thing is all tucked into here. So it was just, just for the ease of everything, I just mounted my BEC to my power cords. It just seemed the most feasible thing to do. So rather than trying to put a little piece of double-sided tape and stick it to something and then have it stationary, this actually works fine for me. Another thing I did, I installed this glitch buster for my servo, which came with my servo. So when I did the next thing, which I'm going to tell you about, I put this, I had to run this controller instead of the Spectrum I bought, because the receiver that came with the Spectrum, of course, only had 3 ports. It had a bind port, throttle port, steering port. So getting into putting, not running things in series or splicing or making splitters, I decided it'd just be easier to take this from one of my other RCs and put the Spectrum into that, which works perfectly fine, because of course the receiver for this comes with, I believe, 6 ports. So that actually had enough to get everything, so I didn't have to use a splitter anymore, which I like. Because the glitch buster needed a port, the BEC needed a port, my servo, of course, my ESC, then of course the fan here, that's 2 more ports, so it just adds up fast. Alright, so had to add this. And, you know, these are fine controllers. It should have, I actually have a much longer antenna that goes to a little, like, external antenna, so I actually find that these get a little bit better reception than the Spectrum receiver and controller that I had in here before. Not that that one was a bad one, but, whatever works, right? Also, you might notice, maybe not, that this is much lower than it was in my last video. Now, the reason for that is I had to actually get new shocks. I purchased those big bore shocks, those big bore aluminum shocks, but I found that the front shafts were longer than your typical Rustler shaft on their shock shafts. Well, not shafts, but the base, the tube, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure somebody will correct me. So I bought these Proline shocks and was able, with it, you know, being a much smaller shock itself, to get it a lot lower. So I got that real low center of gravity thing going on, and that's what I wanted, but I couldn't really achieve it with those other shocks. Good thing is those shocks worked for another one of my trucks, and I was still able to use them, so I'm not too upset about it. I don't really care. Those shocks work really well. It's just they work really well on a different truck doing something else. So this I'm happy about. And then obviously it's still snowing here, so weather's still terrible, so that's why there's no running video of this. As soon as I can get it outside, I most certainly will. I actually threw 6 cells in this yesterday after I put it all back together and rewired everything. And, you know, I worked until 4 o'clock in the morning last night on this, so I'm tired, but, you know, once I get started I can't stop. It's one of those things. So now that it's all back together, I wanted to throw the batteries in and test it out, make sure everything worked, and it did. And yeah, I think this thing's going to be incredibly fast, and I'm pretty happy about it being the way it is right now. So once again, thank you to everyone who has not only subscribed but commented, helped, and in the future, any help you can give, any advice, any criticisms, I'm more than willing to take them. I'm not going to get angry. That's fine. So please keep it coming, and I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully next time I do a video it will be with a lot less snow outside. It's snowing right now. I just can't get a damn break around here. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and thanks to everybody, and take it easy, and we'll see you later.